Max Cavalera here. This is the Vulgar Display of Podcast. Vulgar Display of Podcast right fucking now.
Tuned into the motherfucking greatest. Tuned into the motherfucking greatest.
Hi, and welcome to the Vulgar Display of Podcast live from the Barn Studio. You got the Mox here with some friends of mine.
Hey.
What's up, boys? This is Dale, Anthony, and we have a special guest.
Ooh, hit the clapping.
If I remember what it is. Yeah, there it is.
Hey.
We have Calvin from Not Waving But Drowning. Calvin, you've been on this your second appearance on here.
I know, just back, for more,
Yeah, hell
Trying to cash in on my fame from a band I was in 20 years ago.
There you go. We're talking about a lot. What's that feel like? Because it does seem like it's up in conversation a little bit more here lately.
It's kind of fucked up. I don't get it, but I like it.
Does it make you feel old?
Yeah, I am old. Life makes me feel old.
I'm telling you.
So a while back, we interviewed a friend of yours, Joey O'Farrell, came on.
Yes.
And we had a really good time with Joey. That was one of my favorite episodes, I think.
Time.
That was fun.
Not Waving came up quite a bit in the conversation. You could, if you're from this area, the Farmington, Missouri area, the Lead Belt, San Francisco County, whatever you want to call it, it's a little south of St. Louis, but some St. Louis-ish. You would understand why, because you guys were so pivotal, and we discussed that the first time you were around. But so pivotal for the... Did that weed kick in?
A little bit.
Words and weed.
Yeah.
I forgot how to do this.
I forgot you were talking. I was gooning off over here. I'm like, look at that.
I can feel my legs.
I can feel my legs again.
Not Waving But Drowning was so pivotal to this area, so thank you.
Yeah.
Well, it was hard.
You're welcome. You're welcome for everything.
I don't know what to say.
What came up on that interview when we were talking to Joey was you were the only one that was from this area.
That's true. Yes, I was an import. And, someone was talking to me earlier about, earlier last week about the RFT and, the ads and stuff in there. And I only hooked up with all of those dudes just from, reaching out. So I was just a dude from down here that needed to play, and my band ended, so I just went north. But I still lived here. I just traveled back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say pretty good choice.
Yeah, you made the right call, 100%.
Well, yeah, when I joined, and then it was a couple months later, we were going on tour with one of my favorite bands. I was like, man, life is pretty rad.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Absolutely, yeah.
When you look back and think back on those times, obviously some fond memories. Is that the glory years for you? Do you sit around and son, let's pull up this hardcore VHS that I got.
Yes, watch this tape.
So what's funny about what I've done, through the different bands that I've been with, it's they've all contained just a chunk of my existence and a different part of my life. So Not Waving was my childhood, I feel because I was 18, 19, but then Last Flight Home and eventually, Firebird Suite and Time, it's they all encapsulate a different mindset, a different maturity level, if you will. And there are things about Time, for instance, that are my glory days. And then there are things about Not Waving that are my glory days. So I think if you care about what you do, every day there's some glory in it. And that's where I'm at.
Nice, well said.
Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm. Get another one.
Thank you, sir.
Yep, there we go.
We got one button. We're wearing it out.
Keep the applause coming.
One of the questions we asked Joey was, did Not Waving miss their big break?
Well, so if the answer to that is yes, then the other two guys, which would be Todd and Justin, would still owe me dozens of Rochambeaus because I essentially, I quit Not Waving because, I was getting older and like, I was getting older. I was like 21, 22, life was ending. But I had like a serious relationship, and I had to explain to this, working person's father that I was this broke ass musician that tours all the time and comes back with $100. So I was like, I felt like I needed to do something different instead of just kind of do the grind and see more people in shirts that, I don't know, it felt a little less genuine than I think I needed it to be for some reason at the time. So I stepped out when we were loaded up in Chico, California after the show, and I was like, hey guys, I just want to tell you, this is probably my last tour. Well, then as soon as I did that, the bass player was like, oh man, I totally get it. Hey, by the way, I just joined this other band. And we're like, oh shit. I even looked over at Jeff. I'm like, Jeff,
how dare you? Only I can quit.
So, but the thing is,
I quit.
I said I quit first.
But what was also hilarious is when I quit, the people in the front are still looking out the front window, just like checking out shit. And then like and he quits, and they both turn around and look at him. And I'm like,
so you can't live
the
without
most
him.
important person here.
The thing is, you lose one, yeah, you can replace that.
Yeah.
You lose like your rhythm section, and then you're like, what are we doing here?
While on tour.
Right. Now, I just meant, this is my last, like, let's start winding her down here. But so if we missed our chance, then that's on me, and I kind of apologize, I suppose. But I think we'd kind of ran our course at that point. And I'm going to tell every band out there that if you kind of make your existence where you just get stuck in that, or not stuck, but swept up in the machine of just like always answering the call to do the tours without really spending the time to work and create and make more art, I think you're going to end abruptly, and you'll end without really having contributed enough. So Not Waving did end before contributing enough because we were just overextending ourselves and not creating enough. So I'm not sure if elongating that relationship would have been more productive, or if we'd have just kept going out on every Zao tour that ever happened.
Which to me sounds like a good life.
Right.
And
We'd
it
still
was
go
great.
to that.
It was great. But, at the same time, I was moving on to a different chapter in my life. Mm-hmm. And I realized quickly thereafter that, like, music will always have its hooks in me, and I always need to do it.
Oh, sure.
And, like, so that's important to me. But that lesson was unlearned at that point. So, like, I had to go through that. So if we ended too soon before we would have caught, I'm sorry to the other guys. But at the same time, there was a lot happening. We were in it, and we were friends with a lot of the bands that ended up kind of taking off. Mm-hmm. So perhaps, but if we wouldn't have been more productive, we wouldn't have anything to offer. So that's, Jesus. I don't see on this docket in front of me that I'm supposed to even talk about.
It says intro.
It says Cal. It specifically says
It's literally the first thing.
This is us doing that.
This is Cal McRoy from a bunch of old bands.
Boy,
A bunch of old bands.
I do remember the first time you were on here, you said you should have started with me and then went to Max.
Yeah. Hard to heck to follow.
Yeah, I was like, did Max go to Farmington to talk to these dudes? But no, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
He did
But
not.
I will. I just want to. I'm sure. You just cut me off. Did you just unplug me?
Is that not working?
Is this one on? This one's on. You want to give me that one?
No, I try to do
This-
the
Hello?
Yeah, it sounded like you cut him off.
This is how I know I've gotten really.
There, he's back.
I'm back.
The intro's over, Calvin, if you can't tell.
Guys, I think I know where you did it again. You guys, I think I know where the door's at.
I've been here 2 times, I remember.
I'm gonna squeeze out. Guys.
Going back to the Joey interview and the question, he almost seemed defensive of it when we asked him that. But the reason we did ask him is I think you guys had the talent. I think you guys were amazing live.
Live, talent, everything, live show.
Yes, thank you.
Is your mic working?
It's fucked up again.
You unplugged it. That's what I'm saying.
Twice.
You did.
And then
Yeah,
threw
I
it
know.
down in front of him.
You did it. You were like, you remember? Yeah, I wasn't making fun of Max.
You didn't offend us.
Right. It's an admiration.
You know, I was just gonna. This is like the fake opening track to October Rust.
Yeah.
Sorry, I should have done this before.
I feel like they're trying to hurt him.
We're back. There's a little joke there.
This is Calvin with a bunch of
Please,
older bands.
Just leave all that shit in, please.
Yeah.
Can you clarify if it was off or off the beaten path for us?
Yes, I will answer the age-old question that one person wants to know the answer.
Two, damn it.
It began as off the 3 letters because we had a bunch of stickers that were like huge letters and we only had like enough to spell off. So we put off as our name, but then we wrote a song called Off that was like all about being off the beaten path. And Off the Beaten Path like felt more of saying what we wanted to say with our title. So Off, it's much like Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2. Off became Off the Beaten Path, or did it? Or is that what the record's called? No one really knows. But it was both.
So other than like GTO, Off the Beaten Path, and Inky Racer, remember those guys?
Yes.
Jason
Racer.
Lowry?
Yes.
Right, some Deloge guys, I think.
Holler.
Those were the first local bands that I ever remember hearing ever.
Did you make it to the last Off the Beaten Path show?
I don't know if I made it.
Out at Brzezinski's Lake.
Oh,
God, I haven't been there. Fuck.
Hey, listen,
now 2 people care about this.
I'm sold.
listen, kids.
Gloria Cavalera, if you're listening, just tune out. You never.
Gloria, listen.
Listen
You
on.
need to get Max's brother on this damn show so I can come in and talk to him about the time that I ended up with a pair of Max Cavalera signature drumsticks. And then a couple months later, I just needed a pair of drumsticks. I ended up playing those sticks and breaking them.
Oh, this is a true story.
This is very true.
Ouch.
That hurts.
Yeah, they were like, I'm not even sure that this is so bad. I'm not even sure if they went into production because I got the drumsticks from the drum tech for Papa Roach. His name is Rocky. His name was Rocky, and he was the brother of Dino from Fear Factory.
Nice.
And Rocky like felt bad for me because I was this poor drummer on tour with like these huge bands. So he gave me a bunch of stuff, but he gave me a pair of Igor Cavalera signature sticks, and they had like green tips on them, like army green tips.
Very cool.
And they were huge and fat. And like fast forward like 2 months later, like into another tour, and I just needed sticks, and I started playing. I'm like, these feel really good. God, that was so stupid.
Been
You
there.
have those now? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they would have been in a box that got flooded with poo water in my basement and thrown away anyway.
Oh, damn.
But you could have had them.
I could have had them for that until then.
Dale, you're sort of a connoisseur of like
I keep everything.
personal music memorabilia. What's your like favorite piece that you got?
Oh my God, my favorite. I don't know. That's fucking hard. The picture with me and Randy from Lamb of God, even though it's like, but back then I did have the roll camera. I was in
Nice,
Springfield.
yeah.
I was in Springfield with Brian Leffridge and Jake Bryan. We saw Lamb of God in St. Louis on like a Tuesday, and they were Springfield Thursday, and we shot right down, stayed with Leffridge, and I was like 19, had the roll camera, so I have it like legit printed off in a fucking photo album. But every ticket. Like now it's wristbands because they don't have tickets. I cut them off and I fucking write the date, who played, and all that shit. All that.
Twan, you got a piece?
Love that.
I don't do much collecting, I guess, but I do have a bottle of water that I've had since 1997.
Drink it.
It's a bottle of Ozzy's Holy Water that we got at the Ozfest 97 when we went.
Oh, I thought you meant
Fuck
Ozzy
yeah.
Smith.
No. Ozzy Osbourne.
That's a good one.
That's
That's
the
a-
other Ozzy.
Unopened bottle of water from
Very cool. Unique.
that many years ago.
My tickets too. I always say like any place I've ever lived, I keep my fucking concert tickets close to my bed. So if like the house starts burning down in the middle of the night, that's what I'm grabbing. Sorry, kids, and everyone else. Like I'm getting my concert tickets.
Yeah, I've got.
and I'll see you outside.
I got like a whole photo album and I keep all my tickets and
Yeah.
stuff in my office. But
What do you have? What's
yeah,
yours?
what's yours?
I was waiting.
Hey,
Hey, radio.
Hey, excuse me, I got a question. let's change the subject.
I think my pictures of Dimebag.
Dime.
Yeah, Dime and Vinny when we met, and Rex when we met them.
Yeah, that's got to be.
02-ish? 1?
01.
Yeah, 01.
01.
Very cool. That's
And
good.
Dime was exactly how you think Dime would be.
Yep.
Like it wasn't like it was sort of a like fan meet and greet backstage. It was a street team at that time.
Yeah.
So they weren't like ripping, but they were just as cool as can be.
Hell yeah.
Dime was like, I'm like, there's Dime.
Yeah.
And he was just being Dime.
Yeah, and like I was saying earlier, to have the actual picture print off, not just on your phone. You know, like
Yeah.
you have the legit picture with it. That's so cool.
So I went to see Metallica in '94. It was my first concert. Again, old, that sort of thing. But Danzig was opening for him, and I was a huge Danzig fan too. I snuck, because it was at Riverport and you couldn't take cameras in, and I had one of the disposable rollers too.
Yeah.
I stuck it like in my unmentionable area, like right below my bag. I just kind of had it tucked in there.
His taint pokes.
I got in with the camera. We went through the whole show. I was on the freaking second row.
He keistered a camera.
I had a backstage pass. We got to go back and meet him. We filled up our entire rolls, 2 disposable cameras. Me and my friend went to deliver them. Not a single picture turned out.
Oh, no.
No
They were like
way.
white. They opened them up and it was just clear. Like not a single
No.
picture took. So
Well,
that-
you probably dropped the camera off, and the guy said, "Man, these smell terrible."
This smells like dick.
Whose sack has this been under?
well,
What gooch has this been hanging out in?
now I feel like I owe it to you to place my balls on your face because I think you'll find them quite delicious smelling.
You guys remember the 1 hour photo drop off at Walmart, right?
Yeah,
Where you drop
yeah.
those things
I
in.
used to steal them.
That's what.
So I'd find some old cameras and be like, I don't know what's on here, bud.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's a mystery to you,
It's a mystery.
the cops, and me.
Can you let me
Oh,
know if there's
party.
anything illegal in there before you call the cops?
Right.
And make sure my girlfriend's not with me
Right.
when I pick these
I
up.
don't know
or
what's in
on
there.
there.
Yes. Or on there, yes.
Really showing our age. Let's talk a little bit about 90s metal, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
time.
let's do it.
I remember.
Off air, we were talking about a band that I know you're a fan of, Calvin, and we are too, is Life of Agony.
Love them.
Remember them guys? Girl, people? Remember those people?
Oh boy. Cut. So the good news
Great
is,
band.
The
Yes.
good news is I think Mina, I think she would probably be laughing at that because she is quite what is the word on social media where she just goes after everything.
Everything.
Oh, really? Like a
Everything.
troll.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, it's so I don't think that would cause any eyebrows. But yes, Life of Agony freaking still rules. And when you guys did your talk, the interview, I mean, the documentary that just came out, was that a year or two ago?
Yep.
Such an awesome piece of work, and it is just like so moving. I watched it shortly thereafter and loved it.
I love Life of Agony. And we were sort of talking off air too, that Life of Agony had like 5 lives, I feel like.
Right.
And I like most of them.
Right.
Especially the early ones, right? Because Ugly sounds very different. Their second record, Ugly, sounds very different from their first record, River Runs Red. Mm-hmm. And I think with that, you can see some maturity there. And but and we were talking about off air again, I always loved like the emotionality that was tied to their music. And back then in the early mid 90s, whatever it was, you didn't get that I know of or that I was privy to, you didn't get a whole lot of that in metal. It was more not meathead kind of stuff. I mean, there was some deeper stuff, but it wasn't like talking about feelings and emotions, even though as teenagers and younger people, we probably all felt that. Mm-hmm. So that's why that band meant a lot to me when I was a younger buck.
Still holds up. And I know you were talking about River Runs Red, kind of like it didn't age so well production-wise, and like maybe some of the parts feel a little like, man, done to death, but at the time they had not been done to death yet. So now they feel that way, but they didn't then. But, I mean, Ugly kicked it into the next arena, but Soul Searching Sun even is just such an epic record that just, I mean, they continue that soar straight up into the stratosphere. And to me, there are some songs on Soul Searching Sun that are my favorite Life of Agony songs.
My Mind is Dangerous.
Oh,
That's
My Mind is Dangerous, Heroin Dreams.
Heroin Dreams,
Yep.
yep.
Weeds.
Tangerine.
Weeds. Such a catchy song.
So the album.
I'm
Just
just saying,
name every track.
Tangerine.
when you think of a band that started off as like a metalcore, band, kind of like, from Brooklyn, New York or something, and Biohazard-ish with a singer essentially, and then Ugly and Soul Searching Sun. It's like the metamorphosis that band did musically before the singer did physically is remarkable.
And ballsy as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like you're talking about, they kind of come from that New York hardcore scene, the Biohazards, and even like the Sick of It Alls. You know, they played a bunch of shows with Madball, whatever else,
and all those,
just get out there and write a song like "My Mind Is Dangerous" and
that has heart and feeling in it.
Talk about a ballsy ass band.
Right.
so good.
Yep.
So good. I love them forever.
We another band I think you're a fan of. We recently talked to Johnny Kelly of Typo Negative.
Huge Type O Negative fan as well.
And I kind of always lump those two together. Again, sort of the same scene coming up, but very different sound as well. I just think, and I know Typo fans, I mean, clearly, even after we posted the interview, they are very much alive. And
They are.
Alive and well.
and passionate, maybe even more so. It feels like.
Yeah, our Instagram blew up whenever that got posted. I was like, where is this?
Yeah.
What? Huh?
What
Well, I
circles
mean-
have y'all been in?
Yeah, but
I think they just stay in one circle.
Yeah, it's them.
But I mean, I think honestly, you guys are letting your modesty hang out a bit because Type O Negative, especially in that time period, was enormous.
True.
For that kind of band, they like blew way up. They overshot their, coverage by quite a bit. And the fact that you guys are talking to anyone of that band is quite remarkable. That band is legendary.
Absolutely. Any show you go to, you see Typo Negative shirts, you hear it played before the show. Like everyone and their brother has love for them dudes.
And we know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm wearing those shirts.
Yeah, exactly.
Same.
We're those people.
Because me and Anthony, when we're doing it, like it's like a almost pinch yourself moment, And Johnny Kelly was so cool too.
So cool.
And to be able to talk to them, and I think maybe even eventually we'll be able to talk to Robert of Life of Agony. We've been talking with him, and he's agreed to it. So maybe you'll sit in on that one as well. To be able to talk to some of these, we're aware, like we know what that feeling is,
Well, and I mean, Johnny also, he's been in all sorts of groups. He's played with Danzig and, all sorts of incredible freaking bands. So that guy as a drummer alone is like, phew.
He's actually coming into town next week with Quiet Riot. He plays with Quiet Riot as well.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And
Yeah.
why the hell wouldn't he?
Yeah,
right?
And no surprise there.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
Very cool.
So
This is
awesome.
the Vulgar Display podcast. We're live in the Barn Studio. Got Calvin from Not Waving But Drowning here joining us today. This is our end of the year wrap up show.
Hope not.
Half a dozen of one.
Yeah,
We
right.
kind of set it on our page. It's one of our favorite ones to record.
Sure.
So when we come back after this break, we are going to hear some of our favorite albums, favorite shows, maybe even hear some of the music if you guys are good with that.
I like music.
Yep.
Let's go before we go to commercial. Do you think it was a good year for metal?
Yeah. Fuck
I think it was a good year.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Yes.
I don't.
Sleep token. End of. I mean, 2023. Yeah.
Oh yeah. you're right.
Rewind your statement, player. Oh yeah.
That's not until segment 3.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I failed the test.
Hey,
How dare you?
Sorry.
we're gonna go to this break hearing my favorite Not Waving But Drowning song.
Aw.
Tell us a little bit before we hear a little bit of it about what do you remember about recording Descending or writing it?
I remember writing it because it just had that riff that starts the song was just like such a hook for all of us. The second we started playing it together, it was like, damn. And even every time we played it live, it's just such a charge to play it. But we recorded that in some guy's basement garage, and I was playing on drums that were not mine. I was very uncomfortable through that whole process. And if I had to remember one thing about it, we ended up recording like a lot of songs there. I think it's where we're going to record our record, but we only have like the music of that. But I would say that my feeling when I hear it is like uncomfortable because I could not find my place on that drum set, and that kind of sucks.
I like the rawness of it because of how it came out is amazing.
It's
And to know all this, like you said, borrowed drum set like in a basement, that rawness. Yeah.
It's a jammer for sure. One of my favorite songs
Yeah.
from that group.
This is Descending by Not Waving But Drowning. We'll be back after this. Welcome
And
back.
here we are.
to the
We're
Vulgar
What
Display.
a banger of a track that
That
was,
was-
boys. Jeez,
Man,
man, that's
memories.
heavy as fuck.
Not waving.
Please just play it again. I don't think I heard it.
We listened to that whole thing.
The whole one,
Yeah.
I thought it was so cool how the breakdown, how you repeated it 3 times, and it was 3 times as long. It was great.
Yep. That's how we do.
Loved it.
2023. I don't think it was that great before. Before we went to break, I don't think it was that great when I was putting my list together. And I put a 20 pack together. We're only going to talk about a few of them. But I was kind of going through it, and it's like the top of my list is it's very top loaded or heavy loaded in the front. And I think after that it fell off for me, especially comparing it to last year's list, which
Last year was,
man, we had that Callous Cowboy record last year.
Yes.
We had, what else was on our list?
of course, My Boys and Miss May I. We had Moontooth,
Oh yeah, the Moontooth
Moontooth
record was
so
great.
Prada.
Prada.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just don't feel like this one was as good as last one, and we've been doing this a whole 2 years now, so we got the sample size is huge. But we are going to get into some of our favorites, and then eventually post this maybe even when we drop the episode, post our top 10 favorite metal records. So share yours in the comments, and
good call.
let us know what we missed, because I'm sure we did miss some. Even put my list together, I'd see you guys' list. I'm like, damn it.
Same. I'd retract. Like, fuck, but who do I want to delete? Yeah. Yeah, I like what you said, like have other people put it in the comments and rate ours, and we can all bullshit about the albums. I like that idea.
So we're going to hear a little bit too, because I want the audience, if they're not familiar with some of these, I want them to hear it as well. So we talked in the first segment also, or did we? We might have been off air about St. Louis music, because Calvin, a lot of yours is local to our area. And this is one that you picked that was also on my list as well, which is The Lion's Daughter.
Yes. When we were talking about, is it like a great year for metal? I think one of the reasons why I'm so convinced it was is because, like, locally from the metal spectrum of jams, we had like heavy hitters just dropping amazing pieces of work.
You're very right.
So that to me, like being up there now, it's like I'm surrounded by like just killer metal bands, I think.
True.
And I had two St. Louis releases on mine. I think you maybe had
3.
three.
Yeah.
And this one was one of them. We talked to Rick from Lion's Daughter a few months back before the album release. I love the theatrics of it. It to me, and when talking with him, he was talking about this, but to me, it sounds like a movie soundtrack. It sounds theatrical. And when I listen to it, it definitely gives me early 90s metal feel with some industrial stuff, maybe a little bit of Nine Inch Nails, but early Fear Factory, I hear a lot of that in it, but it definitely takes
It has
you on a trip.
direction. It has direction.
Let's hear a little bit of She Does Not Exist from The Lion's Daughter.
I don't want it to stop.
It's going to be so difficult cutting these off.
dude.
You know what? On second thought, I'm kicking that off the list. That's not good.
Yeah.
Not good at all.
Regerts.
That's not heavy.
I hear, maybe not on that track specifically, but I hear like a Neurosis influence as well, but when they go a little bit softer and a little bit down tempo-ish. But what about that album cover?
Oh, yeah.
That's something different.
Yeah.
It's a little something different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
It's a little
especially,
different.
especially when you take that album cover against their others.
Previous one.
And I thought with the
Neon.
with the interview, I thought one of the great things that Rick, or that you got out of Rick, was that it's a lot more inside out. And even looking at the artwork, the other pieces are, covered and obscured and creepy, but like you're using your imagination a lot more. And this is like, it's full frontal, so to speak, and obviously.
Pause.
So why this album to me is sick. But the cattle decapitation one, it really reminds me of like A Bug's Life.
Bug's Life, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that why it's like a joke to me? Because that album's good.
Right.
It's a great album, but
And I mean, maybe I'm missing the point here, but cattle decapitation has always been kind of tongue-in-cheek anyway.
Well, yeah, Humanure.
Yeah,
I kind of feel like that maybe there may have been a buried intention in there to just kind of, I don't know.
Like
God, I hope so.
Yeah.
It makes me sleep better to think that. So
I don't think the past album covers for them have looked quite as cartoonish as Terracite did.
True.
And maybe they didn't intend it to be this way, but the album cover's so goofy and the album's not. Right. It's like really juxtaposed of what we're seeing and what we're doing.
Right.
Where Lion's Daughter, that album makes sense. Sure. That album cover makes sense to when you hear the music.
To the album, yeah, for sure.
So shout out Lion's Daughter. St. Louis.
Stand up.
Did they shout out John Carpenter at all for an influence on
I think
anything?
they do.
They do, yeah.
I think it is in their bio.
Yeah.
And you guys actually saw him at the album release show. How was that?
it was awful.
Phenomenal.
No, it was
Phenomenal.
great. It was absolutely great.
It was awful.
The band was just so good. I mean, all the bands were so
They were.
such a great freaking show. Shout out to Rick. He's got a new establishment that'll be opening semi-soon called Headless Bat. It's a pizza joint down on Morgan Ford in Tower Grove South area. So
Nice.
that's coming soon, and that place, I've been in it. I helped haul around a heavy pizza oven with a bunch of St. Louis rockers. I felt like I was someone special for a second.
Just one
That
second.
place, I mean, they have a Danzig pizza mural in there that is like
A what?
so epic. I can't wait for you guys to see it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Shout out. Headless Bat.
Let's get to one of Twan's pick.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh,
Single-Swiggle-Bog, the
there it
Bog
is.
Boys.
Nailed it. The bog.
Single-Swiggle-Bog. I got to be drunk to actually say it right.
Give it the old Harry Carey.
Yeah, right. If the moon was a piece of paper, where would you rate San Francisco Bog?
Here's Face Ripped Off by Single-Swiggle-Bog. So nasty.
Yeah. Yes.
I got to cut it off. We're going to be here all night.
I know, yeah. We'll never end this.
Hey, actually.
Death metal is so much fun.
Yeah. I love where death metal's at.
Fucking heavy.
I love it.
Have you guys seen the video? It was kind of going viral-ish where the crowd overtook the stage on that song.
Yes.
I ain't seen it.
Yeah, really good video. Check it out. I'll share it on our Facebook group. But it's kind of one of those things. The hardcore kids would bum rush the stage. I didn't even know where Devin the singer was.
Right.
And somebody started singing. I was like, well, that sounds pretty good. Like Devin sounds good. And it was just a fan. And then he jumped off, and then Devin got the mic.
No shit.
And then did Devin things.
Yes.
Holy
He Devin.
shit. What a set of death metal vocals that guy has on him. We've talked about it before. Love their sense of humor.
Yes, they have the best post.
They're funny as hell.
Their social media is so
On
clever.
point. You brought that up in the interview when you talked to him. Like, it is so fucking funny.
So clever.
Every day. I mean, numerous posts. They're great.
And I love how they just make fun. They just posted one. Their band name got spelled wrong on a door, and they said, close
almost
enough.
got it. It said Boog. B-O-O-G instead of 2 G's.
Boog.
Yeah. He's like, oh, almost nailed it.
But just meathead,
Yes.
just riff as simple as it can get.
Middle America, heavy.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I love them, dude.
Yeah.
Rip.
They were one of the bands I saw live this year too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That album to me feels like it's been out forever. So I was when I seen that on the list. When did it come out? I guess
I don't remember
pretty
when.
early in the year, right?
Probably.
I don't know. We could Google.
You could.
I don't know how to spell it to get there.
Good luck.
Yeah.
But I love that band.
Yes.
It also features Aaron from Jesus Piece.
Yeah.
And how about that segue?
Oh.
Dale, that's one of your choices.
Fuck yeah. I love me some Jesus Piece.
Let's hear a little Jesus Piece if you don't mind. Hey, what I am going to do here, I'll probably play longer and then edit some of it out because I want to get like the vocals in there and shit. So.
Sure, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, very difficult turning it down.
I know. Crank it to 11.
Man, I love the vocal variation there when he
Absolutely.
went deeper.
Yes.
It's a band I haven't seen live, but
Me
man,
either.
I hear that it's a wild
Yes.
experience.
And that was a huge regret when I went to Louder in Life.
To miss.
Fucking those damn festivals, you're gonna miss people.
Oh, sure.
And they were on the list of bands that I had to miss because I wanted to see somebody else.
That's one I have to see. My buddy Robert Scott, shout out Robert Scott, he fucking saw him, I believe, this year. He comments and he's on the page, follows us and shit. And God, I was so jealous when I saw that.
Yeah, I'd love to see them live.
Too. Yeah, they'll be back. They got to come.
Yeah.
Yep.
They have to.
Who did you choose to see instead?
Yeah, good question.
I'm pretty sure it was the band that we're gonna wrap up with.
No.
Valid. Poor Jesus Piece getting that draw.
Yeah, I
Can
thought
we Rochambeau for a different time? I
some BS.
got to play when they play?
I'd have
I was
just
going to
dropped
say
off.
Cedar or something.
If you would have skipped Jesus Piece for Seether, I'd never talk to you again. Even if there's a fire.
Do I want to see Sangasigabog
Or
or Shinedown?
No brainer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shinedown, I'll be.
How about a band we did see this year?
Ooh, and
Most of
and
us.
spoke to.
Man, talk about a comeback for me. I really dig this record. Twan, this is one of your picks, but I think it was on mine as well. Unearth making a comeback
Great album too.
with a great album.
I mean, I guess we can call it a comeback. We just didn't pay attention.
yeah.
Or that.
Oh, yeah, they released the album last year.
Or there's that. We just suck.
They've released albums since the oncoming storm.
Well, I guess kick Ken Sushi. What is it? Sugi?
Su-
Sans
Yeah.
Sugabog.
Kick Ken Sandsugabog out of Unearth. And I just love this record a lot. The Wretched, the Ruinous, and that's actually the song that we're going to hear, but
Great one.
showed up on your list.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, good talk.
Dynamite,
me, right?
Dynamite drop it.
Good
It's really paying off.
Guess we'll listen to it.
We saw him at Pops, and
They were on your list. Yep.
saw him at Pops with another band that we're going to talk about here in a minute. And I'm gonna try to find this part in the song. I call it the Amon Amarth part.
You're right. Yep.
I know.
And
exactly.
even that night, I think it was like on a Tuesday. I'm like, man, I got to get home. I got to work. I got to
But
be
you wanna
like
hear the
an
part.
adult. But I want to hear that Amon Amarth
Yeah.
part.
I'm here for the part.
Let's see if we can find it here. This is The Wretched, the Ruinous by Unearth.
he did that when they did it.
Yeah, I did. I don't know if I haven't been paying attention, but that's not what I expected from Unearthed.
No,
not at all.
That was a new wrinkle in the
Yeah.
operation they did.
Yeah, and it's clear where that influence is coming from, but I mean, their influence, you can tell with the dual harmony guitar parts that they do from bands like Inflamed and In Flames.
Yeah, I've been inflamed. It sucks.
It does.
Yeah, inflammation is real.
Yeah.
But that sort of sound, that's
I love
pretty,
being 40.
I know, me too. It's like someone we talked to, I forget the reference, I'm going to fuck this up, but they said the name of their band, and it was like, no, for back pain or something. Someone earlier we talked to, but go ahead.
Really enjoyed that record.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really good.
Like you said, it was unexpected as well.
Yeah, and actually, I found another favorite off of it after they played it live.
Yeah.
It was.
Do you remember the name?
Nope. I don't remember names.
Twan, your comments? Nope.
Track 4.
And why are you sitting on a donut?
Why?
Because I'm inflamed.
I'm inflamed. Great band.
Really? You like Inflamed?
You like flame? I like Inflames.
Yeah, right.
I like some In Flames.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Really? You ain't sold?
No.
I mean,
I've seen
I
them
get
live.
their influence, but it's
Yeah.
just
it's a little. I mean, it's a little metal for me, I guess. If that's fine to say, I don't know if that's a good way of saying it or not. But there's some bands that I just need a little bit more, I guess, emotion. I don't, some of it's not transferable,
Sure.
and that band to me just doesn't care
Yeah.
much. Unearthed. I mean, that was also putting to mind like some Darkest Hour stuff.
We were just, they're coming. We was just talking about that earlier. They're coming with Undeath and Fit for an Autopsy. And one other band I'm forgetting.
Exodus.
That's it. You got
The
it.
headliner.
Yeah.
This is awkward.
That's me. That's my
I
bad.
think I need to go to that. I've never seen Exodus, but I've listened to them since I was like a tween.
Yeah, that's an odd bill for me.
It is. It's
Yeah.
really
Undeath
very-
is pretty
Fucking
death
heavy.
metal. Exodus is
Yeah.
thrash.
thrash.
Yeah. Slash, thrash,
speed.
inflamed.
They're like
Husker
they're
Doos.
like freaking guitar solos on pianos. They're like
Yeah.
like
That'd be a
top
good show.
hats.
And is it Red Flag?
No,
No,
Pops.
Pops. Dope.
But yeah, we will be there. Vulgar
Yes.
Display Podcast in the house.
So from Entheos to, or from Unearthed to go to.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
you fucked that up.
Yep.
Same show.
Edit that. Yeah. Yeah.
Same show. You'll have to say it for me though.
Entheos.
Entheos. Cheney Crab
he
is the
can't say
singer.
it.
I know.
No.
You can't.
Played the same show. I was completely blown away. It was one of my favorite. I think it might have been my favorite performance.
He's calling it.
That I
Y'all
seen
heard
this
it.
year.
Yep.
They were just
Yeah.
so good.
I was so fucking mad I couldn't be there.
This is absolute zero.
Well, she sounds hideous.
Khakis.
That's the one you like, right? So technical.
Ah, dang.
So technical.
So is that band? I mean, the recordings, are they just two people?
Pretty much.
Yep.
It's like
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Cheney and I forget.
because I've followed them a lot, like for quite a while on social media. Once they started like releasing little progress videos or like little jams between the two of them, but I feel like I've only seen two people in that group. I've never seen them live, but
Live, it was a full band, 2 guitar players. But I think it's the girlfriend-boyfriend duo of the
Yeah.
singer, Cheney, and the drummer, I think, has some kind of... Remember the band Reflux?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was in Reflux.
Does he play that guitar and drums? Like, is that him?
Yeah.
Because that's just incredible.
Yeah, very technical.
Jeez.
That's a band, if you're not a full fan of the album or the sound, I would encourage you to go see them live.
Right.
That's a
Game.
band you have to see live. I went back after seeing them live and appreciated the record so much more now. Just seeing the technicality live but they
Herb
would
killing
catch
it.
the vibe too. You know, Calvin, you're a musician. You know how sometimes it can be too technical. Dream Theater, I'm not going to go see. Right, where it's just too much, and that's an extreme example, but
I would say.
it
An
can be
example.
like, Yang Mouth theme, whatever it is,
Yeah. I mean,
where it
there's
takes away from the songwriting.
too technical, like for show. But then there's like technical as F, as all F, but like delivers on all fronts. Dillinger, especially when Dillinger first started sweeping out, it's like that extreme just like at what point do you hit noise like it's too much?
Where it's
Yeah.
not cool. Where it doesn't sound
Not
good.
distinguishable.
I mean that like Entheos,
Yes.
I feel like they know how to ride that wave. Like they're
Yes.
not. Car Bomb is a band I love. I love them. But even me, like I love listening to the records. But sometimes I'm just like, ugh. They hit those moments where they just step over the threshold a little bit, kind of more than I wish they would. But Entheos does not.
No.
They're just like, phew, holy shit. I hear it and I just think if I had the kind of talent to just crank out jams like that,
Man,
I mean,
they shred.
I suck.
I think that was what I was the most impressed with, was technically seeing them play that, but not losing the room.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know how some people, especially if you're not a musician and super like impressed with the playing, if you just see a drummer as a drummer, whether it's a punk rock drummer,
Right.
4 on the floor kind of thing, or somebody like Portnoy from
Yeah.
Dream Theater. I can't think.
Names are hard for you.
Mike,
Yes.
Mike
Struggling.
Portnoy. He's back.
But
He is back.
I think they do a good job of capturing both of those, and especially live.
I gotta check them out. Again, I've only
Same.
seen, as far as visually, I've only seen their videos that they share of like recording, and Chady watching her sing is just,
She destroys.
I mean, it is such a treat because it's like, man, she's just that's blatant disregard for her vocal cords, and she is all in.
yes.
Yeah.
I just love it.
Yep. You're so right.
So awesome.
Speaking of technicality and really just good songs, one of your picks here, Calvin, The Gorge from St. Louis
boy.
released a record, and they were a guest on Vulgar Display, a podcast as well. We enjoyed talking to Phil from The Gorge, a very deep thinker. I got the sense.
Yeah.
Enjoyed the conversation a lot with him, and it was we got pretty deep. I feel like more than maybe some of the other interviews.
Right. It was awesome. It was awesome to listen to, you know, to kind of catch that, the inside track on a lot of this stuff. And the way people's minds work is quite unpredictable. And that was awesome. Live. So the record is, especially the new record, I love The Gorge and I have for years, but this new album is just like, phew. There's a reason why, you know, they put the record out without like being able to tour. You know what I'm saying? That record is just a monster. It doesn't let up.
I don't know if it's just I'm more aware of it now, but because they're not on our list, but I do want to bring up another St. Louis band. Oh, we got one more to talk about afterwards. But I feel like St. Louis is in a good place right now.
Yeah.
Man,
Like
it is.
You were saying earlier, Summoning the Lich, killing, Sawed Off, killing,
Yeah.
Hardgraves, kill. I mean,
This is
Fortunate
me breathing.
yeah.
Yeah.
List keeps going.
Have you guys heard Fortunate Son?
No.
No. They heavy?
Tony Saputo's new band. Holy crap. There's just so much great freaking music happening right now.
Loving
Heavy music. And it's all legit.
Mm-hmm.
None of it's like a fashion. It's like real great tunes and real great freaking people. It's
that.
awesome.
Makes it even better.
Do you think there's some kind of correlation with most of the bands we're talking about are older bands, guys that are maybe our age?
Oh, so you're just saying that I only like it because there's a kinship because we both are old?
I don't
Because
feel
you're
like I'm
probably
saying
right.
that at all.
You're probably right.
But yes,
I did notice, and you probably noticed too, that when the Gorge record release, it's like there was kind of a type.
There was.
You know,
Yeah.
Some gray hair.
We fit it.
we did.
And we were in it.
We were there. It's like so many.
We were
great-
gorging.
So many great friends, just like. But I was like, man, this is just such a great time.
Yeah.
You're like some MySpace, right?
Shows are awesome.
I love this.
Shows are awesome
Where's
right
the
now.
chair? My back hurts.
Shows are amazing right now, and you look around, it's all your friends.
Right. Yeah.
Gray beards and shit.
But it's also awesome when you know these people and they're like, hey, we're also in this other band. Come check us out if you're not doing anything. And
Oh, sure.
And you go check it out, and it's like, for instance, another St. Louis band, Path of Might. I mean, they're fantastic. And it's like it's people from other bands getting together, making a different band, and the style is way
So cool.
different than their
Yeah.
other bands. And you're like, how is there? The talent pool is rich. And I think once you reach a certain level of, I'm going to say it a third time, but when you reach a certain level of maturity, it's like you hit this zone where it's like you're not really afraid to try anything.
Yeah.
And it's like, we've been listening to, hair metal for a long time. Let's do a hair metal thing. Why not?
Yeah, we love it.
And it's like legit when you
Right.
see it. You're like, man, do I like hair metal? I don't know. That was a bad example. Sorry, I went.
I see what you're saying, though. Yeah.
But you do.
'Cause you can do, yeah, whatever you want. Yeah.
You do like hair metal. That's fine.
Matter.
Well, I like a hair metal.
I love me some hair matter.
It's good.
It's just real good.
Did we hear any of the Gorge?
No.
No.
Not yet.
We're about to.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Talked them to death. Sorry.
I think that's what we're here to do.
I think that's literally our job.
That's what we're doing right now. Sorry for talking at the talking place.
Jesus.
Yes.
St. Louis showing up on the list, boy.
Stand up, boys. You think? Are we becoming Ohio? You think we're starting to push out a little metal now?
We got it.
No, I know. I had high hopes.
Another St. Louis band. I think you put these guys on my radar. I wasn't as familiar with them as the other ones on your list. Hot Corpse.
Yeah, I mean, Hot Corpse is really not happening anymore, and it's a shame. But the EP that they dropped is just straight. To me, I love it, and I played with them for a minute, so like I got to really know the songs intimately.
Sure.
So learning all of these songs and just playing it with the guys and kind of learning what they're like with the music and what it means to them kind of maybe gives you a little bit different perspective of a piece of music. But that EP is rad. You should all check it out.
Will do.
And this song in particular was one of my jams.
So I picked this one.
Yeah, this one.
Was it okay to?
Hell yeah. When I saw that one, because they gave me like 5 songs to learn and I was listening through and I kept like having my little favorites, but Sood was like,
Solid.
Jesus. It was so much fun to play.
Here's Sued by Hot Corpse. Sick part right there.
The build that's coming is my jam.
I'm gonna shut it off right before.
Thank you. One more time.
Love those. Love those. Took them a minute to get there.
Yes, but when
I'm
they
all
did,
about that. I like taking your time.
Yeah.
Build up.
You know,
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I'm going to get into that album more.
Yeah.
Just check it out. The lyrics are ridiculous, but I kind of like that as well. But great group of dudes, and they're all doing different things. They're all in different bands. Like I mentioned Path of Might already, but Derek's got a lot of stuff, the bass player, and just
They
check
rip.
them out and follow the path to their other projects. You'll be greatly rewarded.
Nice.
Hot Corpse out of St. Louis.
Sir.
Yes.
I think we're done with St. Louis.
Yeah, I'm not.
Unless Drain is from St. Louis. Twan, I know you did see Drain in St. Louis at
I did.
at the Duck Room, right?
Duck Room. God, what a fun show. Drug Church, Gel, Drain.
Nice.
It's not Drain STH.
No, not the ladies.
Oh, yeah, the ladies.
Not those Swedish ladies.
Do you put them in the turnstile kind of
I do-
hardcore?
I do, and I didn't realize that how long they've been a band. They've been a band for a very long time, evidently, and I'm just now catching up.
And I think a lot of other people too, because
Yeah.
this album was like, I think this album's, I haven't seen any year-end list, but you know how you kind of see Metal Injection's
Always,
year-end list or whoever else. I think we're probably going to see this on some of those lists.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it really kind of did pop off. I was actually surprised they were playing Blueberry Hill. I thought maybe it was something bigger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
same.
figured they'd be something, but man, that was a perfect venue for them in that style of, it was like being back in the 90s, back watching like Snapcase or something.
Yeah.
Just lots of just hardcore kids and just fun, just on the stage, jumping.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Band's energy was insane. It was so much fun.
And just like a week before, Post Malone they threw up on their Instagram.
Oh, yeah,
he was,
yeah,
he was
yeah.
at the show.
Yep.
Post Malone went and checked him out.
That dude is so cool.
Dude, he is the man.
Gosh, how do you become Post Malone?
I don't know, dude. He's the
He's
man.
nailing it.
Love it. Yeah.
Whatever he's doing, he's nailing
he
it.
touches,
He's
it's
working.
gold. Yeah, exactly.
You've probably seen the video of him with the Jared Dines guy, the guitar player, where they're in the back of the limo listening to, I know one was Megadeth, but one was something like newer, maybe a Muir or something. Have you guys
just-
seen the video?
yeah.
I haven't seen that yet.
He loves metal.
Yes,
loves
it.
metal.
Yeah, that's why I said Drain. I mean, a small
Post-
club. Yeah,
Post and Jared Dines together.
Yeah, they were hanging out, listening to, and he knew all the words.
yeah.
So.
So like you said, heavy.
Actually, it was Thy Art is Murder. I think it was Thy
man,
Art is
yeah.
Murder. And he knew all the
Incredible,
words.
yeah.
I'm like, okay, this dude
I
ain't
love
just,
Posty.
he's not just wearing the shirts that he bought it,
Well, yeah,
Hot
exactly.
Topic
He
and
didn't go
shit.
through Hot Topic. He went to the show. He's a fan.
Twan, I know you love the name 3 songs kind of thing,
Yeah.
which is like, now it's like a meme or something.
Yeah, right.
Name 3 songs.
Hey, yeah,
songs.
have the shirt on. He would be like, "I'll sing 3 songs." Like he knows them.
Yeah,
he is
yeah.
a fan.
Yes.
I do that to my own kids. Rolling Stone shirt,
Hey,
tell me.
Exactly.
Give it.
name
Right?
3, or that's going in the trash.
They never do.
Fucking burning it.
All right, looks nice.
Fail.
I guess we could hear Drain.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
STH?
Evil Finds Light. This might be their most metal song, actually.
Tune low, die slow.
Come on. I will never, I'm 40 something now. When I'm 80, I will never not love chugs.
Yeah,
exactly.
Chuggas.
I don't know if I'll headbang, but I'm at least going to do this.
I'll give it the old taparooski.
Get the nasty face on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to. That stank face.
That sounds great.
It's fun.
Yes.
It's a lot of fun.
What is that? Is that a genre? This yelly kind of hardcore thing, like you're saying, the snap cases and the
Yeah.
Canderias and like
Canderia?
some of those 90, you know, where it's more yelly than like actually
Like
throaty.
It's not, it's not
Yelly.
gutturals. It's not real lows or anything. Yeah. Yeah.
Yelly.
Yelly.
We just started that. It's yelly.
Yeah, it's a
yelly.
genre.
It's just
It's a
yelly,
genre
yeah.
now. Yeah.
You one of them yelly bands?
Y'all one of them yelly bands we hearing about.
Give me one of them yelly bellies.
Ain't nobody call me yelly.
I did see a TikTok where it's like it was some kind of metal, whatever. Like everybody always says, I can't listen. I don't know what the words they're saying.
Yes, yeah.
And then they played Pearl Jam. They're like, oh, you listen to
yeah.
this.
Right.
Like,
He literally mumbles.
No, there are no words.
Right. That's all you get.
Drain, great album.
Drain.
Great
band.
Great pick.
Great band.
Great pick. Yep.
Haven't seen them live either,
Fun.
but that's an experience, right?
Positive energy.
I'd never heard of them
Great.
until just now, so thank you.
Yeah, it's good.
I bet you never heard of these guys too. I finally get to talk about them on this show.
Hey, man, you're always on that TLC tip.
Just a tip.
We talked about death metal having a sense of humor these days, which I really like. They're just not taking themselves so serious.
Yeah, not always, "Rawr, I'm
Yeah.
tough, I'm hard, I'm angry." It's like, live, be you.
And I think that maybe turns some people away from death metal, maybe even myself.
Right.
And not that I like, jokey kind of bands, but just having a sense of humor, not taking yourself so serious. I would say these guys are, for me anyway, one of the tops. The Bog's always going to have the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
But this is Snuffed on Sight. Time to Dip.
Double dip.
Damn, son.
Peeling flesh, slipped outside, Oklahoma to fucking Cali, smoking palm off and stealing hubcaps.
I had to wait for that part.
Yes.
Funny story. Got an inside story about these guys. We've actually requested an interview with them with their publicist. We have a good relationship with their publicist. And he goes, I don't know, man. Your guess is as good as mine. He can't get a hold of them. This is a band that paid the publicist to work for them.
Yeah.
And he's like, your best bet is to reach out on Instagram. And this is their publicist.
Can you get a hold of him for me?
Yeah, tell him I
He's like,
this
they never answer my calls.
They
I'm like,
obviously stopped paying that dude.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know.
Yeah, he's like, this is his publicist. This is his job to arrange these types
Or
of
these
things.
guys. Yeah.
And he said, your best bet's to Twitter.
Yeah. Hit them on the socials. I don't know.
X.
That's Snuffed on Sight. It's as ugly as it gets, but they have fun with it. Still in
Pig squealy.
smoking Pall Malls.
Yeah, right. Still on hubcaps. But I had the horn right before.
I love that record though. If you're into that sound, and I know it's a very unique. Talk about gutturals. I mean, those are like
Big
almost
squeals,
the big
yeah.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if you like Snuff on, you're definitely going to like Body Box.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
They're out on tour right now.
They were with somebody. They're getting ready to go back out with the Cavalieros.
Okay. Yeah. That's pretty much our list. What are we going to do with this Dying Wish one?
Don't play it.
That do you?
Don't play it.
Who was that? Never heard of her. Literally.
It's like that episode of The Simpsons where the chick reached in, grabbed Bart's
You're
heart.
not going to need this.
Yeah, right. You won't need that.
You know,
Yeah, it's.
Do you want me to say we interviewed her? Because there still might be a possibility.
Don't lie to the people. We can't lie to the people.
You don't want me to mention it at all?
We can play it, but we can't lie to him and say we interviewed him.
Okay. So you want me to play it?
Yeah.
It's still one of your favorite albums, right?
Yeah, and that song is fucking hard.
So Dale.
Hey, happy and depressed at the same time. So we're talking about Dying Wish.
I had one.
Yeah. My wish died today.
I had one.
I had a wish, and it's
Died
dead
earlier
now.
tonight.
It died earlier.
The last one on our list here, list is Dying Wish.
Yeah.
Band you love, record you love.
It's been my favorite band since I seen them a year ago to this month.
And who are they touring with?
Right now, they are on tour with Gates to Hell.
Yes.
Hold on.
Gates to Hell.
One of my favorite bands.
Omerta.
Yeah, Omerta, Boundaries, Foreign Hands, Roman Candle, and Exide. There's asterisks on all those, so it's not guaranteed all those bands will be there. But yeah, and they've sold out the past couple nights.
I'd go to Gates to Hell show.
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
I'm never even freaking. I'm writing this down. Let me
Gates to Hell you'd like a lot, I bet.
Let me check it out.
But yeah, they're my, like I said, the day Twan pointed her out to us and Dying Wish out to us. You saw them with Devil Wears Prada at Red Flag, and then I saw the live show. I'm like, holy shit. And then we saw them with Hatebreed, Gate Creeper, Body Snatcher, and Dying Wish, and they opened. And dude, ever since then, been fell in love. They've been It's like them in this, Miss May I Still, them, Lamb of God. Those are my.
I still stand by the statement. Whenever I saw them and I sent that to you guys, I said, these guys are going to be as big as Knock Loose, like real quick.
Yes, enormous.
And they're a year later, they're halfway there probably.
Yep. And I told you guys before this, I put it in our notes before the possible interview with Emma that I told her when I met her, I said, because they opened that night. And I said, not long from now, you will be headlining places like this. And at a year, like I said, they sold out their last 2 nights, and they got a great fucking lineup following them. They're selling out. They're huge. They just got off the Lamb of God fucking first ever boat cruise or whatever, Headbangers boat cruise. They're on every big festival. You always see they're out everywhere. So yes, they're on a rocket right now, and I can't get enough of it.
Yeah, I think they just got put on that Welcome to Rockville.
Yep, they did.
Yep,
as well.
No wonder they couldn't make the interview if they were on a rocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, literally canceled.
Yeah.
Cut them some damn slack.
Give them a break.
Right?
Yes.
They'll call them
They're blowing up. They're everywhere.
huge,
From
yeah.
a year ago, from just hearing about them, I didn't even know the band
Me either.
till now, where they're on everything. I feel like they're handpicking the tours that they're doing now. They're probably getting a ton of offers.
Yep.
Handpicking their interviews, too, from what I hear.
Too soon.
Ouch.
Again, I think, there was one time I bought tickets to see Sigur Rós, which is like my favorite band on earth. And I missed it because I thought it was the next night.
Oh,
Wow.
And yes, that was like the TAC tour. And I had
oh my God.
Wow,
maybe-
wow, wow.
well, you'd only regret things forever. So.
Right. So I don't have a similar story, obviously, but some related to that band. So I used to go out to travel for work. I used to fly out to California a lot.
Braggadocious.
I hate LA. I wish I could never go back again and to be fine.
Took the 405.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Hang loose.
Took the 405
Exactly.
to Ventura.
Yeah.
When they started telling me how long it took to get places instead of the miles, I was like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
This is dumb.
Right.
So I try to look and see if there's shows and stuff going on. I was on the plane, and I had the opportunity. I could have just stayed another night. I was there on late Friday. That night, I was on the plane, and Seagull were playing Cemetery in L.A.
Yeah. How'd that feel?
I wanted to unbuckle and be the guy on open up the emergency gate,
Jump out,
and like run down the tarmac.
Turn this plane around.
Stop this plane.
I'm going to deliver.
I was like, there's no way Seagull is in town right now, and
Right.
I'm leaving.
Terrible.
Fail. Couple Seagull fails.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Seagull record?
Tack.
No.
No, TAC.
Yeah,
Seriously.
TAC.
TAC. Now,
No.
I'll say Valtari is a second for me because it's a zone, it's a mode, it's a moment in time. But before you guys go to think that I'm a total piece of crap, I know it's a metal show, but you got to hear me out.
Yeah, that's going to do it.
So I did my thing. I missed the show. I still have the tickets, which is hilarious and also depressing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Again, that
Yep.
regret will last forever like
Yes.
a
Yep.
scar. But I was in Wisconsin doing some work stuff, and I was working late, and I just thought, well, I'll Google and see if there's any shows. It was in Milwaukee. Seeger was playing there. that
Meant to be.
night.
Stars aligned.
I called them, like, do you have any tickets left? They're like, I actually have a box we didn't sell. It's like for family and media. I'll sell you a ticket, like $100. I did it. I was sitting, like, hanging over the stage. I watched them by myself in my own little balcony area. It was the most incredible experience of my
That
life.
sounds incredible.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that
it
band.
it was destiny bringing me back to that time when I bought those tickets and I screwed up a day. The whole reason I told the day story was because maybe the dying wish is like, oh, that's
you.
tomorrow. And then later she'll look at her phone and be like, damn it.
Yep.
She's going to text you, so
Yep.
sorry.
You probably need to know this is the third time this happened.
3 strikes.
Well, I wish you hadn't said that.
Not total.
All the nice things that were just said. Yeah.
Not total.
Yeah.
This is Dying Wish's third time.
Yeah, I've died. Like my wish has died.
Well, if I can find a way.
You can't win them all. It breaks my heart.
If I can
And the
find a
phone rings and it's her.
Yeah.
Like, what
Oh
the
my God. Like I said earlier, I feel like a tool. I'm sitting here wearing a Dying Wish hoodie with a Dying Wish t-shirt under it. Like I'm fucking sold out for this tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, keep the faith.
Yeah, one day.
We gonna listen to it?
Well, here's a good song by off the new album
Yeah.
that came out last week.
We love this one.
Yes.
Pray for me.
Just to get out.
see you loving that part.
Fuck yeah.
Got
He's
nail
back.
over it.
He's a fan again.
Yep. I love him.
God damn it, I love you.
Yes, I love you.
She's talented though.
God,
She
they're
is,
fucking
yeah.
so good.
My goodness.
And the growth from that album to this,
Yeah.
unbelievable. They're so fucking good, so tight live. This, I mean, she's got the best leg kick in the game. It's good shit. They're good.
Yep. She can two-step like
Two-step.
Oh, I love two steps.
Yep. She's great at two-stepping. Got the leg kick. They're great live. All of them.
We are going to go out on one of Twan's picks and going to go to a commercial break. This is the Vulgar Display, a podcast. We're joined here by Calvin of Not Waving But Drowning.
Oh, hey.
Death metal.
Yeah.
We're talking a lot of death metal on this list here. These guys are legends. And we were lucky enough to talk to John from Dying Fetus. And actually, one of the coolest metal vulgar moments for me, I'm a big MMA fan. I love UFC, boxing, all that. There's a great YouTube show called Morning Combat. And there's a metal guy that hosts it, and he hosts it with a guy who's a big like Fish and Grateful Dead fan.
Way opposite of metal.
Very opposite.
Yes.
And they have a bet going now of like picking fights, and whoever picks the most fights after a certain time has to go to the concert of choice of the other guy. And the metal guy has chosen Dying Fetus. Well, I asked John from Dying Fetus if he had ever even heard of it, because they're a pretty popular MMA show.
Yeah.
And he hadn't. And I loved his response too. He's like, dude, I just live in a death metal world. Like, I don't know much
He's like,
else.
are you talking about fighting? Like, he really didn't know.
But the cool part about it was my favorite podcast that I literally listen to every day mentioned the Vulgar Display, a podcast. And that was special for me and us. And thanks and shout out to Morning Combat and John from Dying Fetus, because he also talked about his appearance on South Park,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Imagine having your own South Park episode.
Wow.
It's awesome.
That's awesome.
So this is Feast of Ashes. We're going to go to a commercial break and actually piss this time, and we will be back after this. Welcome back to the Vulgar Display, a podcast live from the Barn Studio, joined here by Calvin of Not Waving But Drowning, and got the fellas here, and now we're all standing for some reason.
I'm sitting.
Well, my
I'm
ass
lazy.
hurts.
Yeah, my butt hurt too.
Yeah, my ass hurts.
You guys
Yay.
you put your guest on the hardest, most crappiest.
Oh, yeah.
I
Terrible
mean,
host.
It's okay. It's all right. At least I had it right side up.
At least he plugged your microphone back in.
Yeah, I should be more offended by that. Yeah. Mid sentence, I'm like, okay.
And just get unplugged.
I'm not talking anymore. Fuck me, right?
Well, that didn't last that long.
Yeah, right.
Pretty short podcast.
Cal,
now-
you're done, but just so him.
Would you have done this to Dying Wish Lady?
No.
So yeah, we're talking about 2023. Don't know if it was a great year for metal. Still undetermined.
So
We have.
here's why I think it was a good year, right? So 2023, we saw the return of Milwaukee Metal Fest. Justin brings back a 3 or 4 day metal festival, not a music rock festival,
Metal.
a 4-day metal festival.
You're getting ready to convince me otherwise.
Yeah, dude, we're
I'm
reeling you back
just
in.
finish it because we're close.
So you get albums dropped by legends in the game. Metallica drops a new album. Cannibal Corpse drops a new album. Dying Fetus
You
drops
saw
a new album.
Pantera.
I'm getting there.
Sorry.
Hey, slow down here. This is his.
Exactly. So that's the other point.
Yeah.
You saw a headlining tour by Pantera this summer.
Yes, you
Yeah.
did.
2023. The year that was bad for metal, you say.
I know what he's.
Hey,
I know he's
He's the
landing
car.
this
He's
plane.
the used car salesman right now, and you're sold.
Best metal year ever.
Sports.
I'm just saying it's definitely not the best year ever, but it was not a bad year in my eyes.
Well said.
Better closing argument than like a few good men.
You can't handle the metal.
Next time you see me, it's going to say Metal 2023. Fully in underwear and everything.
Yes.
But all old guys.
Yeah.
And that's us.
Again.
That's the theme
Hey,
here, man.
that's
We
your
used
thing?
my
Look at
thing
us.
is like guys our age, I think we metal a little bit better than the younger kids.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We
man.
started this shit.
That's fine. It's the only way I know how to do it. I'm not going to go out there and mosh and
Yes.
kicks and shit. Not that I did that when I was that age, but
You like any bands that are younger in age?
I mean, I watched that band Spinal Fetish. Did you see Spinal Fetish the other night?
I've heard they're really good.
I mean, they were great, and they're kids, and that drummer was freaking, I mean, insane. And they are heavy. They're like death metal, and those are St. Louis dudes. There are so many St. Louis bands. You go to the Sinkhole any night of the week, and you'll see a heavy as balls band that you've never heard of. That's great. to me, I'm thinking there is a resurgence happening. There's like more validity being given to, just making like extreme music, and it's happening. It's out there. If 3 locals can drop jammers that are all heavy and fantastic, and it's coming.
And we had our fucking 2 Vulgar shows. Ice Wrist killed, 156 Silence killed. I mean,
Yeah.
year was pretty swell, my friend.
See?
Okay.
Give yourself,
Yeah.
give the scene.
All right. Keep going. Yeah.
Come on, just
Look me in my eyes.
2023.
2020.
Great year. Better than Master of Puppets. 81.
That was 87.
What? That long?
I thought it was 86. Am I wrong?
I think it's 87.
Google. Win the debate right now, Twan.
I think it was
Google
86 because Cliff died in 87, didn't he? Or did he? Regardless, this is all. I saw Pantera and Metallica playing a show together just the other night. So
Thank you.
You got again.
You went to that.
86.
86.
You went to that. How was it?
So first, my mic is unplugged. Then someone drops a Metallica mic on me. That's
Yes.
a lot. It's okay.
You're welcome.
What the shit do I know? I don't have a podcast. Obliviously.
I love you, Lars.
I'll believe you.
What did I think?
There
of
it is.
What did I think of the show? I thought it was great. If I had one gripe on the Pantera thing, and I've seen Pantera a few times back in the day, so I had like a frame of reference. So maybe if I hadn't, I wouldn't have. But I love Charlie Benante as a drummer. But to me, it just wasn't there. It wasn't. It felt more. And I know he worked very hard to like play exactly what Vinny played, and maybe that's why. But it just felt so impersonal. The drums kind of killed me, and he didn't screw up. He played great. It just felt empty.
Maybe because you are a drummer, but I think this is the first time I've heard hate on Charlie. It's usually Zach.
Not hating on Charlie. I swear.
I hate Charlie.
I love.
Fucking Chuck.
He hates
I
Anthrax.
love SOD. I still love Anthrax.
SOD.
Chad hates their guts.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Man.
I opened for SOD once. It was huge for me.
The Galaxy.
Yeah.
I was there.
Was that the Skin Lab show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Skin Lab was a band that
Lab.
should have.
Yeah.
Done something.
Remember that? Yeah, they should have too.
Can we
You're right.
back it up though? Like, I'm not hating on Charlie. I just feel
It
like
was a bad term.
Getting ready to
Use
mute
on-
him.
because he's so technically.
When he's talking good about
Charlie.
him, you mute him.
Charlie.
He's so good technical. Mute.
John Jarvis, if you're with Charlie right now, tell him about this Calvin thing. He's talking terrible.
He is.
She.
It's cool you like Anthrax, like you, and like I'm sure there's like a couple others people that like Anthrax.
Yeah, that's good. If you, would've-
They're one of the big four for some reason.
well, I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna go there.
The big 4 fans that they have.
I'm one of.
We got a quarter of them right
I
here.
mean, the big four.
Wow.
It's like the big three and like
Wow. I mean, you got to have somebody to pack your kit, right? So they're like the roadies.
Somebody
Big
open
4.
it.
Yeah.
We're not doing too good to get Calvin back in a chair again in this barn.
Thanks for having me back for the blood. I don't know how I
Hashtag cancel Calvin.
escaped it the first time, but
okay. Let's talk about it.
Can we set up like a Charlie interview and I just talk to the guy?
Dude, okay. He's not going to be mad about it. You're like, I want to apologize in person.
Slayer,
Yeah.
Metallica, Megadeth,
No.
Anthrax.
To me,
Anthrax.
I mean, Megadeth.
How did they? I'd put Exodus in there or something.
Well, Exodus is great too.
Yeah.
But Anthrax, I mean, I like them. I don't know. I'm sure there's some skeletons in your closet too. I mean,
Right.
I saw.
You want to bring those out?
I saw an Off the Beaten Path CD back there. So
I have it over there.
Have it.
I know you listen to some garbage, but don't you talk crap on that drummer,
No,
or we'll have
never.
problems.
We have
Never.
them.
Just please. I guess it's better to my face than behind my back. To my face instead of my back.
If you're listening to this and you are a metal fan, you probably have picked up on by now that there's a big omission that we haven't talked about. And to me, and I'm speaking for myself here, I think this album is one of the most important albums in metal in probably a decade. I love everything that this album represents. I love all the different genres of it, the themes with it, how it came out, how it was released, and of course I'm talking about Sleep Token.
Yeah.
We saved it specifically to have its very own segment because it was all on all of our list. And to me, it's the top album of 2023. I am in love with it. I think some people maybe get turned off by it because of the imagery. I'm not sure. Or, that there's a lot of pop sensibilities to it. But part of why I love it so much is that.
Yep.
Why do you guys like the album so much?
I mean, how much time? We got an hour or two. I mean, you press play and you never have to skip any songs.
Yep.
Every one of them is amazing. In a car ride alone, listening to that, I mean, it puts you in a fucking trance. I can't get enough of it ever.
For me, in a world where you have to have clear lines, like it's either death metal or it's metalcore or it's pop or it's rock or it's fucking whatever fish in that genre are.
It has to be in a box.
It's got to be in a box, right?
I see it.
For me, the song "Take Me Back to Eden" off the album "Take Me Back to Eden" encompasses every style and genre of music I like in one 8-minute song.
Yep. Ascensionism is the same way too. It's
Yeah.
like the path of that unfolding jam. Thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah.
Charlie, let's talk.
Charlie, let's
Isn't this when Incredible Hulk dies or something?
Right when he walks away.
That is very close. That is very close.
You hear this,
Man.
but then they go hard
man.
sometimes.
Man.
Said it puts you like in a trance and then you hear heavy
Man.
right at gosh dang.
And they just do so many different, I guess, genres or sounds so well. We were talking off air that some people complain about the production. I love the production.
10 out of 10.
I love the production.
It's flawless.
How does it come across live?
And unbeatable. The band, the sound, the stage, the production. It's not like going and watching Slipknot in clown masks, like beat on stuff. It is like a zone, a mood. It's an event. It's a gathering of every kind of music listener. It's there are literal like goth people standing next to metalheads and hip hop people.
Hold on. Does it remind you of Sigur Rós in a way? Like same type of feeling?
They certainly have those moments where just dynamically they hit all the marks and cover all the bases. This band is just magic.
Like you said, it's not a show, it's a life experience.
It truly is. Everyone there, seeing them and being there, watching different people, like people of all walks, just all in a zone and singing and crying. It was remarkable. Awesome.
Yep. So you saw them in a smaller club in St. Louis. I saw them the very next night at a huge music festival in Louisville. And I've never been to, I've been to probably 4 or 5 music festivals. I've never been to a music festival where I've seen a band's time get changed because of the demand of the crowd as much as Sleep Tokens did.
Like day of, correct?
The day of, like even hours before. They were supposed to get like maybe 35 minutes or something like that. They ended up playing almost an hour. I missed Pantera to watch them.
Whoa.
That's a fucking statement.
I would have.
Damn.
I missed Pantera to watch them.
But you had just, a few months, couple
I had
months
just
before,
seen
had
them.
just seen. So, I mean, it's like Sleep
Yep.
Token.
I missed
You made the right call.
Jesus Piece to watch them.
Another great call. No disrespect to either one of those, but I mean,
But Charlie,
yeah.
Charlie,
Charlie,
let's talk.
He's really sorry.
But he talked about the kind of ambience of when they come out. When they came out, they opened up with Chokehold when I saw them, and it was perfect. Like the lights went down, everything's just. I mean, it's fog machined out, but nothing really happens until just suddenly the singer just shows up on stage and starts singing the beginning part. And I've never ever seen a crowd reaction
yep, I was going to
That
go
way.
there too.
that way.
I was going to go there too. The bass player, for instance, like he's dancing and just like in the zone.
Yep.
He puts a hand in the air and the crowd like as the hand is up, the crowd is just like full freaking volume. Do you like goddamn elbow pop?
Yeah, exactly.
Who are these dudes?
I know.
And where did they come from?
Heaven.
I think I've heard of them before, but I might be mistaking them for Sleep because I thought it was a band like the band Sleep. Mm-hmm. Not the thing that I don't get, the actual band. Because I was thinking it was like a stoner rock kind of vibe kind of thing, which, you know, it definitely has a vibe to it. But where did these guys come from, and actually who is in the band? Do we know?
No one knows. They're from London. That's all I know.
I think they do know now. I don't think they're
really?
Yeah, I don't. The guy went by like I think he still goes by his name's a Vessel or something like that.
Okay.
But I think his real name is actually out there. I think on the like if you pull up lyrics and shit now on Spotify and Apple, I think it actually shows his real name now.
Really? No face to the name though.
Again,
Yeah, because he was in a different band.
Yeah, again though, I think it's part of this acceptance of what they are.
Yep.
That it's irrelevant. So not only is it a push within the group that their identities don't matter, it's not important to get anything across because they're delivering a message. They're delivering
1,000%.
They're delivering like real art, and it doesn't matter who they are. So I know a lot of people have said that even if you know, you don't say. It's like out of respect to what they're doing to see how far they can really go like this.
Right.
So I think that's kind of cool too, just for something different.
Yep.
Are they a metal band?
I think they are.
Yeah, with it, I mean that like that yelly guitar.
This you're talking about?
Yeah.
This you're talking about?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
See, like the backup vocals there, the production.
Yeah. Phenomenal. And they have 3 backing singers.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it is just
Beautiful.
So they actually play with backing vocalists?
Yes.
Vocals?
3 of them dressed up.
just-
Yep.
Yep.
yeah, it's just three people in robes, just don't see their faces, just singing, and
And they're out just in the back.
yeah, just remarkable.
They're a little bit further back than the drummer is.
God, what a freaking show!
It was
So
awesome.
It's a definite bucket list, man. I have to.
Yeah, same. I was actually, I think, out of town when they came to St. Louis. Or it was like, was it during the week maybe?
It was a Friday.
I think it was a Friday.
It was Friday because
Yep.
I got
There
back.
goes
on
that.
Thursday.
Yeah.
There goes that excuse.
Well, fuck off. They got another excuse.
The show sold out literally like in 15
There you go.
minutes.
Yeah.
There
You
was
could-
no
you couldn't get a
getting
ticket.
tickets.
No
And
tickets. And I don't buy sucker tickets. Not as a Larry guy. He's got 2 friends on Facebook and one's his mom.
And one's his mom.
I met him on Charlie Fans Only. Irregardlessly, I ended up at the show with some hot stolen tickets that I had blown money on.
I thought you were going to say wife.
Yeah.
My wife is hot, and it was hot in there. And the hot guitar player Clint Lowry from
Seven Dust?
yeah, he was standing behind me during
Oh,
the
wow.
show. And I kept looking like, is that? And then I Googled him and I showed my wife. I'm like, is that? And she's like, oh, that's him. She was looking at tattoos. And I'm like, he's just there by himself chilling at freaking Sleep Token. I
Very
don't know.
cool.
Yeah, it's weird. Regardless, Sleep Token's magic. I love
They
it.
are.
Yeah.
My favorite song on the record, I think people would be, I don't think it's probably a lot of other people's. It is Are You Really Okay? And it does have no metal. There's no metal to be had here.
All pretty.
But to me, it's like the beginning of this is just so beautiful. It almost like Yellow Ledbetter in a way.
Seriously,
kinda
like
thing.
almost a 70s intro.
It sounds really different from most of the other record, but it's incredible, dude. These guys are incredible.
Yes.
This
You can't-
album's incredible.
There's not enough adjectives to describe them. I mean, it's great, perfect, everything.
Just sit here and think about our feelings.
I know. Let's all cry together.
Charlie.
A lot of people, I hear some criticism about his voice.
I get that. I mean, it's a little crooner-ish at times, I guess.
Good way to explain it.
Good pull.
But I don't mind that.
They can't do wrong in my eyes.
Yeah.
I mean,
What's your favorite track?
mine, I'm still hooked on Granite. Love Chokehold as well. Yeah.
Oh
Man, when he goes off in that fucking line, you only drink the water when you think it's holy.
Oh, I love that
One
line.
of the best lines written in music.
On
I can't fade this out.
Dude.
Actually, put it on repeat.
Just you will never have to talk about it. You'll never want to talk about it. Fury, true damn late. Reason dislocates, and you'll never have to talk about it. You'll never want to talk about it. All's more than just a body.
Some of my favorite records, maybe you guys feel the same way, are the ones that you put it in. No, you don't do that anymore, but you press play and you let it ride. To me, that's one of this. I think it follows a
Pattern.
journey.
Journey, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to listen to it in order, I think. I think order is important to it, and it's a full piece of work.
For sure.
Yep. And capped off, the last song, Euclid, is like just the ultimate ender for me.
Yep.
It is.
And this.
100% agree with that.
You're all muted. Muting you all.
Good.
Mute me, motherfucker. I mean, come on.
Controlling, you only drink the water when you think it's holy.
Flowing.
Yes.
Flowing. Feeling the flow.
God dang, shoots through my soul.
You mentioned Euclid here. Beautiful.
I love this
Wow.
song so much.
Beautiful. What an ender, too.
God, yeah.
That's how you end the record.
Yeah.
Like, this is the end.
And as it builds towards the end of the song, it's just like
God
I mean,
damn.
next level.
My favorite lyric is in the song of this whole record.
What is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Follow up.
I'm waiting.
I started getting into it.
Oh, where am I at? I got dizzy.
It's later on in the song. He says something like to the effect of,
If your wings won't bring you heaven.
oh, I love that too.
That line's pretty awesome.
Yes. But when he says, maybe I'm someone new, no, for me.
Yeah.
That part gives me the chills every single time.
Fantastic.
This layered vocals with the auto tunes got a Kanye,
Yeah.
Bon Iver kind of feel to it. I love that.
See the parts on an empty ceiling. I play along with the life signs anyway, but oh to God, you don't know this feeling. Yet in reverse, you were all my symmetry. A parallel, I would lay my life.
If you're Sleep Token, how do you follow this record up?
Retire.
You go out, better to burn out than fade away?
Yes, exactly.
You,
It's going to be tough.
it's going to be real tough.
Yeah.
I would have said the same thing after their last record though, because I loved it.
Yeah, it's a good record.
And I was thinking, man, they're on a strong trajectory. Like, I'm not sure. And then I heard this album thinking, holy crap.
Unbelievable.
The dynamics.
Rain gathers.
Barely really follow a song structure. It's not verse, chorus, pre-chorus,
Ending.
bridge
Yeah.
kind of thing, right?
Nothing else matters. For me,
Billy
still
Joel.
the autumn leaves.
That's a great line too.
yes.
These ancient canopies that we used to lay beneath. No, I know the night belongs to you.
But
Damn.
we know where
It's like seconds away from my favorite lyric.
Oh, my bad. Come on. Are we there yet? It's a podcast that people are listening to on Spotify. And we're just playing a song, just like jamming out.
We're like, on
no,
Facebook.
go back.
Rewind. This,
People are tuned in right now.
No, they're tuning out.
Yeah. What are they doing?
Max Cavalera called us. Bullshit.
But it's
But-
Sleep Token. It's Sleep Token.
The buzz started here.
Yes, you're not wrong.
With the figure sitting in the middle, and like, do you remember that like
yeah.
teaser video
Yes,
where it's
just
like
lasers, yeah.
and I think coming out hot like that,
Yeah.
you had to.
You're drawing it. Oh,
Yeah.
I've got a river running right into you. I've got a blood trail red in the blue. Something you say or something you do. A taste of the divine. You got my
I think all of us believe and would agree that this is a great song, right?
yes.
Absolutely.
But
5 minutes. Go to 5 minutes.
But-
it's a whole new song from
But-
there. Yeah. 6 to midnight.
part 2
Yes,
of the song
summoning, yes.
is where it's at.
Like I said, I mean, just rock hard.
The funk that's in this, the
Stop it,
flow
yes.
again,
Soul.
soul. Yeah, it feels
Everything.
like Prince or something.
Yes.
It's insane. This was the one. I listened to it all, like everybody else, when the vibe started, when the buzz started happening, right? And it wasn't until this part where I was mind blown.
Yes, I'm in.
But once I was, this was what hooked me in.
Yep, same. Yep.
And again at the build up here. You're sitting on a part that you're getting ready to come into and have the patience to build it up like this.
Unreal. Genius.
You know, a lot of their songs are at least 5 minutes long. This one's like 6.5.
In that last 6.5.
In the world that we live in, where it's all attention span, get to the chorus quickly.
Did I mistake you for a sign from God?
God damn.
Or are you really here to cut me off? Oh, maybe just to turn me on. 'Cause these days
You got a wall on that bass?
Yes.
Is that what it
I
is?
would be lying if I told you that I didn't wish that I could be your man. Or maybe make a good girl bad. I've got a river running right into you. I've got a blood trail red in the blue. Something you say or something you do. The taste of the divine.
This is the Vulgar Display of Podcast. 2023 wrap up. Best metal year ever.
Sleep Token.
We want to thank Calvin McRoy from Not Waving But
Absolutely.
Drowning.
Yeah.
Off the beaten path.
Yes, thank you.
Nice.
Were you in Grinch?
Yes.
Grinch with James. Was James in Grinch?
Yeah.
Our homie James. Probably some others as well. Oh, Last Flight Home, obviously.
Yeah.
Played with Big Mike in Firebird Suite for a bit. Is that right?
This is true. Yeah.
I got to turn off the sleep token.
You can't.
No, please
you
don't.
just can't.
Please don't.
2023, most importantly, the fans, people that tune in and listen to us. We want to say thank you. It was a big year for us, and that
Yes.
has nothing to do with us and everything to do with you. Thank you for all the guests that called my garage for some reason and talked to us, and just really more than anything, fielded questions that guys that dig metal wanted to know. And that's what we try to do with the interviews. Again, if you listen to us, if you supported us, if you shared, liked anything that we do, thank you.
Many thanks.
You got to stay metal, though. We got to keep this shit alive.
Always.
2024, what do you expect here?
Big things.
Yes.
Big thing.
Bigger and better.
Big things.
Yep.
Who's coming out with an album in 2024? Anybody
200
know?
stab wounds.
Hey,
shit.
already.
Turn the sleep token back on.
When you sit first.
2024,
times.
get that new 200 stab wounds. I bet that's going to be whoa. It's going to end up on our list. Calvin, thanks again for coming, man.
Yes,
it's always a
thank you.
pleasure when you're around.
Thanks for
And this is the Vulgar Display of Podcast, and we'll catch you next time.
Tuned into the motherfucking greatest. to the motherfucking greatest.